Hey everyone, I was going to do a live video but decided to go ahead and go with YouTube because this is one that I want to remember, and I know how Facebook likes to leave everything, and I may not be with Facebook 100% much longer. So I decided to go ahead and YouTube it and then just share the link. But anyway, I'm going to try to make this make sense because like most women, we kind of like to go off in all kinds of different directions with our stories, and I'm going to try to keep it in line and so that you can understand this. A few years back, I started writing Deuteronomy 1:11 on receipts. When the waitress would bring the receipt, Anthony would fill in the tip, and then on the bottom I would always write Deuteronomy 1:11. May the Lord multiply and increase. And been doing that for a few years, and it's also written on our checks that we pay our bills with and stuff. Deuteronomy 1:11. So recently I've noticed that Deuteronomy 1:11 or just 1:11 keeps showing up. So I'll get a text and I'll look at my phone and it'll be 1:11. I have a game that I play during my workouts. I get on the elliptical and I have a little lip there, and it keeps me distracted, so I'm not constantly looking at how far I've gone, how many calories I burned, how long have I been on the elliptical. I play this game and it keeps me distracted, and 1:11 keeps popping up on that too. 1:11, I was stuck in traffic and I looked over and the mile marker that I was at was 1:11. So 1:11 keeps popping up, and so I just think, okay, God, Deuteronomy 1:11, you're going to multiply and increase, that we're taken care of. I still have the hawks and eagles fly over me, so I'm protected beneath the shadow of his wings, that he is our provider, and everything's going to be multiplied and increased. So I don't have much to worry about because I know God's taking care of it, and it's all going to be all right. So moving to Sunday, a friend of mine had posted that he had a dream and he had all these letters and all these words for people, and that if anybody felt like they wanted a word, just a message, and he'd see if he had anything for them, and that he was on fire and that God was moving through him. And so I was like, well, let's see what God, if he can confirm anything that God has shown me. So I sent him a message, and which I'm going to put all screen captures and stuff down below in the comments so you guys can see what I've been seeing. But anyway, I left him a message, just need some confirmation of some things God has shown me. And he said something about God gives you peace, and that's good enough for now, that he's teaching you to depend on him alone. And I'm like, okay, that's basically what he's been doing. I've been me and God for the past couple years. I left the church some time ago, so it's just been God teaching me. Holy Spirit inspired everything. Anyway, trying to stay on track. I went and worked out, and then I was freshening up my face, and somehow or another a church service showed up on my newsfeed, and I was listening to it. I guess the volume was up on my videos that just start automatically playing, and she was talking about abortion, and I was like, oh, interesting to see what these people think about abortion. So I was listening, and it was a live feed, and she said that she runs an organization that they're looking for mentors, that they talk these girls out of doing abortions, and then afterwards they don't just drop them, that they need to have mentors that help show them the way. And as soon as she said mentors, I got God bumps all over my back, and I automatically started messaging her right away. I mean, she's still talking and I'm doing the live feed, the comments, and I said, I don't know how I'm going to fit into your organization, but I want to be part of this. And which is so unlike me, because I like my time at home. I like spending time with the Lord. I like my routine. And even my daughter had said that she didn't feel comfortable with me doing something like this because I'm the one dependable thing in her life. She knows I'm at home, which I've created my own little jail here at the house. I don't leave. I like to stay at home away from everybody. So this was very unlikely for me to do. No hesitation, no thinking about it. I just commented, I want to be part of this, which I never saw myself being part of anything like that, ever. So she messaged me back, and as soon as she did, there was a dream I had a couple years ago where I was sitting on a stage and I had no top on and I had a baby and I was breastfeeding the baby and I'm looking down at the baby breastfeeding. And then I look up and there's a whole auditorium room of women, all bare chested, and they all have babies. And I'm teaching them how to feed these babies and go from one breast to the other. Which this whole time I thought, well, I'm just going to mentor girls into bringing up new women, into bringing up new Christians. The babies are new Christians. But as soon as she messaged me back, that vision, that remembrance of that dream popped into my head. I hit my knees and I just started crying, and I was giving thanks to God, and which the dog made that impossible because she was all up in my face licking me and everything. And I was just like, Jesse, please, I'm trying to give thanks to God right now. I'm having a moment. Can I please have it? It wasn't happening. But anyway, the lady took 2 days to get me this application. And so in the 2 days, I've been questioning it. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm really not that, good with women. I like my time at home. What's going to happen with my workouts? I've started with lifting weights. I started questioning it and deciding, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. Anthony needs me here at the house. I take care of everything here. He doesn't really have a honey-do list because I can take care of everything here. But anyway, I got up this morning and Peyton said that she had a bad dream, that she was holding on to a man, and as she was holding on to him, gripping him in fear, he got smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it was just like she was holding this really small guy by his leg. And then I showed up, and we were walking together, and I turned into a snake, and there was a whole bunch of other snakes, and so she was trying to pick me out from everybody else, and she couldn't find me. But then I was standing next to her at the same time, and I told her she needs to let me go. So that showed me that this old stagnant life that I've been living, this life that I've become comfortable with and accustomed to, that things are about ready to change, that there's going to be a new me that's going to be standing next to her saying, I need to let the old one go. And so I told her that this morning. I says, you do need to let me go, because there's going to be other women that are going to be depending on me now. And it's not that I don't love you any less. And it's not that you're not my daughter and I'm adopting other women. It's just that if I'm going to expand God's kingdom, He needs to use me to do so. And I need to be out there doing what He has put on me to do. So she started crying. I was tearful. But anyway, I went and I filled out the application and I sent that to her. And then I updated my resume. And as I went to send her my resume, I noticed that the numbers at the bottom, the KB, whatever that means, the KBs on my resume were 111. And so God is so good, and He just gives so many signs. And I had a friend message me page 111 in this Jesus Calling book that I gave her. And it had said that there's going to be signs that are going to be special just to you. And they're unique to you. And he said, pay attention to the signs. And I'm like, Lord, I'm paying attention to the signs. I got this. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't know where God's going to take me with this. But I just know that God is moving in this moment. And it's just mind-blowing and boggling and just exciting all at once. But at the same time, I'm scared, because I always told everybody that if I was on a stage in front of a bunch of women, helping women, that it wouldn't be me, because I'm afraid of women. I don't like women. I have a handful of women that I really like and I can get along with. So if I'm on a stage with women, it's not me. It's all God. It's all Him, because I'm a stay-at-home, lonely person that I like my isolation and God is so good. I'm sorry. God is just so good.
Anyway, we're at 10 minutes, so that's enough of your time that I'm going to steal from you. Have a blessed day.